Welcome back, San Diego. What's
No, San
going
Diego.
on? Welcome back to Cheers to Health. Again, you got me, Brian, that bad man, Torres. And of course, I got to have AJ, the little man, Chicken Wayne, Tomlinson. Oh, my God. Which one is it? This one. Okay, sorry. AJ Tomlinson. And I have here, before I get to Omar, I have Adam Baker here with us as well. So let's give a shout out to Adam Baker. And of course,
Go
we
Adam.
got to have Omar DJ Oskis in the house. And then, of course,
Right.
today, Omar, would you like to introduce our guest for today?
Oh, yeah. Today, on this great Thanksgiving special, we have an amazing friend of ours. We've known her. Dang, dude. We've known her for a long time. We were talking about this the other day. Probably like 15 years or so. But yeah, she's also a school nurse. She's a mother. She's the freaking wife of the wild Willie Williams.
Shout out Wild
Laurie
Willie Williams.
Williams. Here she is.
Laurie Williams.
Laurie, get on there.
Oh, I'm here. Hey, what's up?
There we go.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good. I can hear Willis Jr. Screaming.
Oh yeah.
I'm hiding.
Minions.
Okay, I'm hiding out.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you got to do that.
Life of a mom there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
feel
fuck, I can hear it.
The moms usually have the worst end of it all. They're
Yeah.
like, all the kids are clinging. Get away.
They're good, but they're not good sometimes.
Oops, shit,
Yeah.
wrong button.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Mhm.
So
Oh Jesus,
Today,
I am terrible
I'm
with
gonna
this.
go over
Okay.
Laurie. Laurie.
Mhm.
So tell us who you are. Tell us what you do
Yeah, who that?
and
Who
how
I
you got there.
am? Well, let's see.
Yeah.
I'm married to your best friend, so there's that.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Hello,
he thinks
Willie.
he's too busy to join us. So
Oh, always.
no, been a nurse for like, oh my god, like over 10 years. Started the school nursing venture. It's a venture.
Oh yeah.
So I could have the same schedule as my kids because that's
What?
important. That's important. It's very interesting. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. So you gotta do it all, huh? Because you gotta get ready for work and you gotta
Yeah.
get the minions ready for school.
Yeah, that's a good time
Oh
because
yeah.
they don't like to get up. So yeah. And then
Well,
and
Do they
then
sleep in?
the oldest one does. The 2-year-old does
Yeah.
not. She's ready to wake up and go for the day.
Right.
What
tear it up.
what grade level are you at, Laurie?
See, well, there's that. I work from 3-year-olds all the way to 18-year-olds. So
Oh wow, you're like
you never
Yeah.
know what's going to walk in your door. So that makes it very, very interesting.
Oh, absolutely. I can only imagine.
I mean, literally. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Before we get like too far into this, I just want to start off with this. Like, what's the craziest thing that has walked through your door?
Okay.
It's like-
Y'all ready
They
for
didn't.
this?
Before we start anything, you just want to jump into
Yeah,
the good
no,
stuff.
absolutely.
right?
I
Let's
love
dive
it.
in.
Might as
Okay.
well get into the nitty gritty. Okay, so probably it was literally. I mean, this girl was like seeing stuff, like it was a psych issue. She was seeing stuff saying that she was seeing somebody that was telling her to kill everyone and herself, this, that, and like she was like freaking out. Like, okay. In my office, much less. And yeah, she said there was a girl in front of her telling her to kill everyone. So that was
Oh, wow.
interesting. That was probably the craziest shit I've ever seen. And yeah. With scissors, which were right on my desk in front of me. So that was cool.
Oh man.
Not
You
really.
slowly, like,
Never mind.
Back up.
No, I just want to.
Yeah. So yeah. And I mean, this girl, she wasn't very big, like probably the size of Wilson Omar when they were back in their scrawny days.
Little bitty mother trucker.
Like 110.
Back in the
Right, but I'm
days,
like,
dude, okay?
if she's seeing this and she's like crazy, like she can probably, I cannot take her, like,
Oh man.
like
Yep.
she's gonna come at me. Like it was bizarre. So we ended up,
Actually,
yeah, call.
that actually is crazy.
Yes,
That's
these
like-
kids. Yeah,
Literally.
like what in the world? Like what? Yeah, like I can go from a scraped knee to that, like in
Yeah,
a day. Like it's insane. That was
I
the
think I
craziest
remember,
thing.
like realize like
Legit
I don't know,
crazy.
in like school nurses, like I always thought like it was like always like scraped knees, like you maybe every now and then you get a broken finger, but like
Yeah.
that's actually
That
crazy.
is like beyond.
That's crazy.
I mean, and then there was a cardiac arrest one day for a high school student. That was
Oh wow.
that was really bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Besides that, I mean, you never know what you're going to walk into.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I believe it.
Do you
Jeez.
have a lot of ice packs in your office? I hear that.
That was an
is-
issue. We legit have like an ice maker now, so we can make our own ice packs because those little shits never return them. So there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 'cause
Everybody
you
needs
do-
an ice
yeah.
pack. Or
Give my
just
dang
soda,
ice pack
but-
back.
Right. For real. One of the nurses has a list, and she'll email the teachers at the end of the day of who has ice
Oh, yeah.
packs.
That's crazy. That's a different side of crazy.
It is weird, yeah, because I've always worked with adults and like never had to deal with. I've never worked with kids, so it's a whole besides my own. But
Where did you
So
work before you were a school nurse, or like what did you do? Not like where, but like what did you do?
I worked with adults and their hearts and heart care and cardiology.
really?
So yeah, so it was a whole different ball game once I started the school nursing stuff, and it's it's very eye opening.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, for
These-
sure.
So was it throughout your nursing career? Is that where you went from? Was like school, then to the heart care?
No, I've never done the school nursing till like here
And
lately
then
because
here?
I wanted the same schedule as my kid, and then
Yeah. No, I
No,
mean
I've
like
always-
after graduating like college and stuff,
no, I worked with adults. I worked
and then you went to
I worked with I worked with adults. What did I do? I did plastic surgery, general surgery, like I worked with that kind of
Okay.
stuff. It was all adults. And so,
yeah.
Gizmo wants
oh
to
my
give you a
god, what is
shout out.
that?
It's a dog.
What is that?
It's a dog.
It's a
That's
dust
Sir
bunny.
Griswold.
He was in the middle of getting a haircut, and then somebody
In the middle of it, but she
Yeah.
need to come on the podcast. Okay.
So
It requested for you to see.
he just wanted a little screen time. Hey, get off
course.
the TV.
Hey, let her have her moment of her time to shine.
He just
Okay.
called you a girl, bro.
She's a he.
Yep. See what happens?
That's
Mhm.
rude. That's sexist around here.
How am I
You
supposed to
don't do
know?
that.
Hey, there's a lot of that too. You can't say the wrong thing, and oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing you have to watch out for too.
Or
huh?
just
Being-
never mind.
He takes offense to that.
oh yeah. So what made you want to become a nurse in the first place? Like what's the thing that kind of like pushed you over? Was like I'm gonna become this and I'm gonna stick with this.
That's always what I wanted to do. Everybody in my family's a teacher except for me. Obviously, I could never do that. Like that's not my thing. I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something I always wanted to do, and I just went with it. I like it. If you don't like where you're at, you can go somewhere. There's so many different areas of nursing you can go into, like so many,
Oh yeah.
and they're needed everywhere. So there you go.
Mhm. I guess that's one of the more demanding fields is nursing because nobody wants to do it. They see all that stuff where it can be nitty gritty. And then you have, it's like, no matter what situation, it's going to be unpredictable. So I can see why it can be challenging, but you have to be some kind of special to be doing that and sticking with it. And hey, that's awesome that you're doing that.
Yep. Big shout
Yeah,
out.
no, for sure.
Good job.
Heck yeah.
It is super sick.
Somebody's got to do it. Hey, why not you?
I know. I'm like, I don't think school nursing used to be as crazy as it is now, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure.
it's intense some days, and some days it's not so bad.
A lot of kids just trying to skip class.
Yes, and then you tell them to go back to class, and they tell you no. Then there's another problem.
Mhm.
They don't know who. I'm like,
So you gotta,
What
you gotta
is-
crack the whip on them and let them know. like, hey,
yeah, they
motherfucker.
haven't
do
met me
that.
yet. So I mean, they did, but
Like, hey, Miss Laura, don't play games.
no,
Miss Blue,
get
don't
out of
play
my
games.
office. Like they're like, you always tell us to scram. Well, yeah, get out.
Yeah.
Scram,
Get
motherfucker.
out.
Yep.
I would like to say
What's
other
the-
things, but scram for now.
Yeah.
Um,
Get the
Yeah.
fuck out.
I would love to say, yeah, that's what I told us. I was like, I'm gonna slip up one day. I'm gonna say something bad, like, but I have
yeah.
not.
That's how. Yeah,
These kids
dealing
are.
with other people.
I mean, there's good kids, but some kids are bad.
No, I catch
Mhm.
myself all the time.
There's-
Like talking to our little cousins and like even the nephews every now and again. When they're like just like really like picking and prodding and doing whatever, I'm like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, get away from me, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I catch myself all the time. So I can only
Yeah.
imagine like actually like being in a situation to where like you're being tested in a way.
Yes, and it's like
And
not
you
your
know
own
it.
kid
You
or
know
like
you're being
your.
tested, and the kids know they're testing you too.
Uh-huh.
Like, you motherfucker! Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's like, what's appropriate to say here? Like
Yeah.
they're
Well,
bad. I'm
I
like,
bet.
I'm like the nurse's office is not that exciting. It's full of germs and it's gross. Why are you in here? Like, why do you want to be in here?
Yeah, no, thank you. But I also feel like, because I'm around kids all day long too, and
Right.
I feel like me working out, I get that frustration out, and I try to every day when I go in there, come in with a new attitude and a new mindset where
Yep.
I have to understand these are kids, and
Like this.
they're where they're at right now is a new environment for them too, and so try to be more understanding with them. And I probably am more of a nicer person because I feel like I can communicate or got good rapport with them. But
Mhm.
yeah, they try to linger a little bit too much sometimes. Like, bro, you gotta go.
Yeah, because some kids, yeah. Well, like I've told my own kids, like some kids don't go home to love and
Yeah.
caring parents and like everything you guys have. Some kids don't go home to that. So some kids need a little extra, but also some kids don't. They're just being defiant.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
they need that.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
They need their,
What'd you say?
yeah.
Well, it's open hand. We don't punch. We open hand. Back of the head. Back of the head.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a good time. Good times. Yeah, because
So
if they
what
get in a
does-
fight too, the nurse has to assess both parties. So that's a good time when they're sitting next to each other and you have to.
I bet that's awkward.
That's very awkward for
So,
everyone, but here
what
we are.
happened here?
He gave you a black eye, but
and
here we
bust that bitch good.
Yeah.
You get like
Ooh.
a busted lip and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So awkward.
So what does your day-to-day look like as a school nurse? Like, what do you do throughout the day? What's your schedule look like?
Depends on where I'm at. I mean,
Yeah.
because I float throughout. Like, I mean, I think there's 10 buildings at the district I work at.
Don't work.
So yeah, I work from. Oh my god, hang on.
Dude, that's
From preschoolers to. I mean, the high school. I mean, the high school has probably up to like 12 or 2,000 students in it.
Oh wow.
So- Yeah, it's way bigger than we were ever used to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, y'all
Oh, yeah.
especially, but like even me, that's a big school.
Like way bigger than we ever went to.
Yeah.
So that's intimidating. I mean, and you're responsible for like everybody in the building.
Yeah.
So the high school has 2 nurses, but still, it depends on where I'm at. Like, I mean, you have your regular routine daily med kids, and then whatever else walks through the door.
It's just
Oh, yeah.
2 of y'all for the whole.
No, we have 13 nurses on staff.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Okay.
How many kids total?
I mean, they graduate like 400 a class. So, I mean, average.
Damn,
Yeah.
So, and their high school it's freshmen through seniors, so there's a bunch of kids there. Well, it's close
Yeah.
to me stuff.
That's
What? Yeah, it's huge. They actually have a walk-in, like, well, I wouldn't say it's like a urgent care. Well, it's like an urgent care clinic in the high school.
Oh,
Jeez.
what?
It's that big. Yeah.
I didn't even
that's
think
crazy.
we had a school nurse.
That's what I was
No.
thinking.
Right. Like,
I don't feel
Exactly.
like
We didn't.
I've ever had a school nurse. So whenever I hear about school nurse, I'm like, man, that must have been nice, but we never got the luxury of having.
No,
a
hella
school
shit
Right.
towards Norman North. Fuck Norman North.
Whoa,
Y'all some weirdos over there.
whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro,
Wait,
I heard
okay.
some shit
Time
about
out.
y'all,
oh
Whoa.
Jesus.
and they know what we're talking about.
Whoa.
The
Oh, yep. See, here it goes.
2017?
I don't know, but Porter, if you're watching this, fuck Norman North.
Okay. But no, that's one thing that I was looking into was that
We'll
yeah,
fix
there's
that.
not it's not
Sorry.
common to have a school nurse. Like I think it's 30-something% in the United States. So that's pretty cool
Yeah,
that you got a
yeah.
gig in that area.
Yeah, that's because I mean, it's not like
something
some
up
states they have like
some
one
kids'
for like the
butthole
whole district. I'm
after a
like,
wrestling
Yeah.
duel.
so if something bad happens, well,
Yep.
Silver bullet.
No, it was
Exactly.
like a broomstick or something like that.
Oh, in Norman North, yeah, on the
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
What are you guys even talking about right
Fuck
now?
Norman
Yeah.
North.
Norman
There's a bunch of
North.
fucking
Whatever
weirdos
they-
out
Y'all
there.
got
We
him
are not
going.
even talking-
Y'all got him
There's a bunch
going.
of fucking weirdos out there.
On
We
If
got
you
him
graduate
going.
from
See what
Norman North
happens.
in 2018. Fuck you.
See, dude, wait, what did they have a school nurse over there or something that you got mad at, or what happened?
No,
there?
okay, so look,
Oh
the
shit.
story is
Let's
Ah,
time
great.
clip this. Okay.
no, keep this in because the
We're gonna
people
wanna
need to
cut
fucking
this.
hear this.
She left.
In like 2016 or
I'm
2017,
here.
I don't remember what year it was, but they were coming back from like a wrestling tournament or duel, and these dudes were jumping a kid
On the bus.
on the bus, and then they shoved a broomstick
I think it was a pencil.
or
No, I think it was a broomstick.
it was a broomstick because I talked to the kid.
Some kind of.
Or I worked with a dude that was best friends with the dude's dad.
I've heard about it.
But they shoved a broomstick up to homeboy's rear end, and then fucking shit got weird for everybody in the state for a fucking hot minute.
We had to have a brief, if you want to call it that, a brief as far as the wrestling someone got there because of the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was
About
a big
like
deal.
hazing and like all that other kind of stuff. But they were just being fucking weird with it, and they got real out of hand. So if you're from Norman North and you graduated fucking 2018 to fucking 2014, 15, whatever, fuck
Yeah,
you.
it's
You're
out
a
of
fucking
hand
weirdo.
today. Yep.
Sounds like
Especially if
it.
you're on the wrestling team, pull up. I'll fucking throw a pause on any of y'all motherfuckers.
Okay. Yep. See, there. Here he goes, calling people out again.
Time clip.
I don't give a frick about
Jake
fuck,
Paul.
dude.
Will you hit that button?
AJ, you're like frozen. There's
You don't wanna
that
put
too.
it?
I
Yeah.
encourage you. That's how we need to settle our problems these days. If you got a problem, just pull up, throw
Nope.
pause, winner wins.
Hit the button on there.
So be it.
Down, down.
Yep.
That's how it used to
One
be.
more
That's
time.
how it needs to be.
There you go, dude.
There you go.
Anyways, dude, this is not about you, okay, AJ?
I just had to throw that out there because it got.
He had to get on a soapbox.
Yeah, you're right. You're
I
right. You
had
gotta
to
do
get
it.
it off my chest. I've been
This is a
holding
good
it
place to vent.
Oh,
You're right.
Fucking-
You're right.
talking about
That's
school.
what we're here for. Sorry.
Fuck you guys.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was talking to a teacher today, one of my neighbors.
Yeah?
She's a teacher, and she was telling me that they have a nurse, but it's the same deal where she's pretty much like shared in between like the district,
Yeah.
which is because it's not a common thing, but
It's not. It
I can
depends on-
see, yeah,
It's weird. It like depends on the state, because like we've got one in every building, and I just like float around. But
You
Yeah, a
said
lot of
37% across America or what?
like a lot of them just don't. They have like they have one, maybe two for like a huge place.
yeah.
Like that's kind of.
And then-
I mean, it's
And circling back to that though, where that situation you had with that person that was mentally unstable,
Yeah.
what like are you the first line of defense when it comes to that, like, or does it go somewhere else?
What I did, I called the counselor. I notified the office. They were there immediately. They got like the school resource officer involved, and we had to call an ambulance because also that was another thing. Her mom refused to come.
Oh wow.
I'm like, she's threatening to kill everyone and herself. Like,
Yeah.
That's
you're
crazy.
part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So I mean, what else do you do?
Yeah, because that's
You
the
have,
problem
like-
there. That's more like you said, the mental problem.
Right,
something
and that's
that
more of like a
university-
counselor issue.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
like, because like I was talking to the other nurses, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not trained to deal with that
Yeah, no,
in
what
schooling.
I was
Like,
gonna
we're
ask.
not.
no,
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not.
but like, what are you gonna do? Just throw it back out into class? Like, okay, you'll be fine.
no.
Well, that's the thing. We can't like and
Exactly.
then we're stuck with it, and then the counselors, well, they're not always busy, but it's just like like what? No, they need to go see the counselor before they come see the nurse if that's their issue. Like,
Yeah.
we're not
Absolutely.
trained. We're not trained for that.
No,
They are.
absolutely.
I was gonna say if there's like a screening process to go to the counselor or something, like if it
Yeah,
gets to an extreme.
there needs to be, because I mean,
Yeah.
don't send them to us. Like if they're like that, what am I supposed to do? I am not that person anyway. But like, but still, like
Yeah,
you're-
unless they need to be evaluated like medically, like physically, no.
You're doing more of like kind of like ER urgent care kind of stuff, not.
Right. And
I
that's
mean,
what,
like,
and then we
not
also
even
try
like
to
that
tell them we're not an
extreme.
urgent care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the parents get mad if we don't. Well, what should we do? We're not an urgent care. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
I'm telling you what happened. You can send them. You can take them or not. That's up to you. I'm just telling you what
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
and what I see. Like I'm not. Yeah.
It's not a psychiatric hospital within the school. It's not like a full-on hospital within the school. So the parents need to understand that also.
Right. And there's more than you would think of that.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it's. And like one of my friends even said, she's like, it's becoming like an epidemic with these kids. It's so bad. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, but these kids, yeah, they got problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, there should be
Okay,
something else implemented where it kind of
right.
It's because they're not
mitigates
fucking getting their workouts in. That's why.
That's right.
They're not fucking
That's it.
drinking their water. Whoa!
Oh shoot.
H2O, mother.
Put them away. Put them
All right.
away.
All right.
Oh
Put 'em
God!
away.
I didn't know this was a gun
health
show,
kick.
but here we are.
Here
Okay.
we are. Hey, you guys got your tickets? If not, pay up.
Oh man. See what happens. No, that was something that I talked to you about a little bit like a couple weeks ago was the physical aspect of it, like PE and stuff like that.
Yes.
If they had like, because in some states, like in Colorado, it's not required to have that after like elementary, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
So
I'm
they're
trying
not
to
as
think.
active.
So the 6th grade they still have PE, one recess a day. Junior high they have PE, and then these kids are weenies though. They try to anything to get out of this shit.
Yeah.
In the high school they have so many different options. They have weightlifting, power walking, just anything, just
Yeah.
regular
Power
PE.
walking?
But these power walking.
Which is fine. Which
Gotta get them
I'm
steps
cool with
in.
power
Exercise.
walking.
Fuck you.
No. I'm cool with
Fuck
power walking.
you.
Get up.
He's
and
right.
Do
He's
something
right.
active. I'm okay with power
Hey,
walking.
something.
If that's
AJ,
the
it's
last, if that's the only
exercise.
thing you're gonna do, I'm okay
Hey,
with
kids
you
trying to
just
get out
getting
of power
walking.
walking, okay? I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm cool with power walking. I'm a
Yeah.
Hey,
fan.
try to get out of power
Keeps you
walking.
active.
I'm gonna
Like,
hold
and
that.
that's-
No, well,
Yeah.
well,
And go ahead.
like if I may.
Go ahead.
So
Go
the
ahead,
reason I'm okay with it, because I'd rather them being out there power walking and then being on the bleachers, sitting down on their phones, or
Exactly.
off there in the bathroom, not doing anything, whatever, just hiding or ditching, going somewhere out. If you can, if that's what you want to do or can do, whatever it might be, go out there and power walk. Go walking. I'm 100% forward with that, because a lot of folks, if they just get up and walk and go for that walk, it'll change your whole mindset. I
You'll
tell a
feel
lot of
better.
students throughout the day, hey, just go out for a walk, man. Even go out with there and go out for a walk with them for just a little bit, and I'm telling you, it'll change your mindset. It's just like taking a step back from an altercation or whatever it might be, or misunderstanding. Just take that step back and just go for a walk, and then let's regroup and move forward from it.
Well, they
But
try
I'm
to
a big
get out of
fan
power
of it.
walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
hey, you got my vote for power walking.
yeah,
You
and that's
have-
what happens too. Like they get away from power walking or whatever physical activity they have in high school, and then once they graduate, they feel like they can get away from all of the physical
Yes.
activity, which is not a good deal for them in the long run. So I mean, it's better to just make that mandatory, even a thing where, hey, you're gonna freaking fail. I feel like it needs to be done because that's a critical thing mentally to have.
Like,
Physically, everything.
Well, because a lot of kids have
absolutely.
all that energy, man. They need to do something with it. So,
Yeah.
like I said, if that's all you can do, because if not, they're gonna be up all night, and then the next morning they're gonna be grumpy.
oh,
as
yeah, they're
fuck.
all up all night on their games or their phones or all this dumb stuff, and just oh yeah, then they're tired and want to go home the next day. I'm like, no.
Yep.
Have you noticed, like I don't. You've only been doing this like 2 years. You said.
Mm.
What?
Am I wrong?
10 years.
School.
10 years. I
Are
thought
you
you said
talking about nursing or these little kids?
with the school. With the school.
Brian, oh my God.
With the school. School nursing. Fuck.
We'll cut
See,
that out.
and it freezes on his face like that.
Did I hear it wrong?
I love it.
I thought you said
Pretty
2.
good.
How long have you been working at where you're working at right now?
As a school
Like
nurse.
over a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ was
Over a
right.
year.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as far as the
Fuck
industry
you.
with kids, is that equivalent? A year? Doing it with kids?
Yes.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've
They're
been
frozen as fuck.
doing the school nursing for
Throwing
almost
me off.
for almost 2 years or whatever. I mean, I don't know if it's hard to look back at, but like, have you noticed like a lot more kids are overweight or obese than they were when you were in school or when I was
Oh,
in
that's
school
true.
or whatever?
Yeah.
Solid.
Yes. Yes.
You came back around though. Come on.
What are the biggest things that you notice aside from that, as far as the newer generations?
Differences.
Speaking of bathrooms, these kids like to vape these days.
Oh,
Yep.
Younger and younger. 6th grade.
AJ's the influence.
I didn't start till
Wait.
I was like a junior in high school.
These
so-
two rats.
I didn't start till I was like 18. I didn't start till I was 18.
Okay.
21.
Okay. You were 11 years old vaping in the bathroom.
Dang, 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
all the
he was
time.
a bad
all
one.
the time. All the time. I'm just like, what the fuck? Where do you?
He
Number
made
one, where
me
do you
pick
get
up
this?
cigarettes off the side of the road.
Did I say 13? I meant.
No, these kids vaping, and then that like they tested and it's THC. Like they're like
Yeah.
straight
Oh.
up. They're straight up
Over
getting
there
high
pushing.
at school
Yeah,
at
THC.
11.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, no,
crazy.
I mean, I don't know.
Where did-
That like kind of like back to the power walking thing. It's even when I was in school, 7 years ago when I graduated.
10 years ago.
No.
I say 6 years ago. Oh my god.
No.
It was like
Yeah, he's
6
a young
years.
buck.
But even then,
Well-
it's like you had to take a PE class of some sort
Right.
throughout
You
your high
have to
school
graduate, right?
year. And then it wasn't fucking power walking. You know, you were actually supposed to do something.
AJ's all
Especially
about
if you were in sports extracurriculars, like they pushed you even more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how people are surprised how kids nowadays are overweight and obese. I almost said fat asses.
You can.
I mean, not all kids are lazy, but I mean,
No, not all
why
of
are
them.
you coming to see me to get out of power walking? Is where I'm at. Like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All you gotta do is just walk around the track or the basketball court.
Right.
Or
It's
whatever.
not that hard. Like.
Well, and again, that's why that process needs to be there, you know, because I've had students come up to me like, oh, Mr. Torres, I'm not feeling good. Okay, what's wrong? Oh, I've got a headache. Okay, well, we have a little med box. So, okay, here, go grab you some water. Here's a Tylenol.
That's
okay?
the first thing with a headache.
Yeah.
Have you drank any water today?
Yeah,
Or
go
stomach
grab-
ache? Did you eat today? No.
Absolutely.
Well, here's
Yeah,
some
and-
crackers. Here's some water.
Absolutely. Because most times they're not drinking water. Like, okay, so have you drank any water today? Like, no. I said, go grab you some water. What'd you eat today?
Bye.
Well, I had some candy like
Right.
this morning.
They eat like shit and don't drink enough water.
I'm like, bro, well, you need to get you something to eat. And go get you some water and then get you something to eat. And then come see me again.
Like the
But
main
like
cause of headaches is like not drinking enough water.
Yeah.
Like
Is that
and
the-
water.
a lot of kids who are not wanting to do these things aren't very active, though. I mean, they are. They like to go run around and do other bullcrap. Like to go run to the nurse, go run to their instructors or teachers, whatever it
Right.
might be. But they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. But at the end of the day,
Yes, they're
they're
very
still not
defiant
taking care
children.
of themselves. Yeah.
So what's
Like
the
it's not.
what's the
yeah.
most common
What's
reason
the
why
problem, bro?
people call or try to make an excuse for not power walking
For not power walking? Oh, because there's
or
no
anything, any kind of
The main thing I see is a stomach ache or a headache, and we're not gonna send you home unless you're like throwing up,
Yeah.
have diarrhea, or have a fever. Otherwise, here you go back to class. Here's some water or mint.
Yeah.
See you later. You know, suck it up.
Yeah, because I was gonna circle back
I try-
to what we said earlier about people have maybe they're not loved at home or something like that, or maybe they're
Yes.
getting bullied whenever they go and do these physical activities. So maybe they try to find ways to escape that. Is there like some way where you can kind of like gauge that? Where like, oh, dude, you look fine. Like, is there something else going on? Like, do you kind of
Right,
break
like-
that down a little bit, or?
Yeah. Well, I guess for example, back to kids seeing things. I had a that's a whole new era for me. Okay, it's not my forte, but here we are. I had a girl come to me and she said, you know, she didn't feel good. She said she had a rough morning. I was like, okay, you know, what's been going on? She's like, you know, she said her stomach hurt. I was like, well, here's some water, here's some crackers, because she didn't eat breakfast. And then she was sitting there for a little bit. she was like, well, I've been seeing things. I was like, oh,
my
great. Here we go again.
Yeah.
She's like, but then my dad tells me it's nothing. It's all in my head. I mean, well, yes, it's in your head, but like also you need help.
Yeah.
I'm not your person to help you, but like, okay, here we, So obviously she needed help, like needed to, So then we called the counselor, and there was that.
Yeah.
And yeah, some kids just need a hug. Some kids are just having a bad day.
Yeah.
So, some they just need to sit there and talk.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to like asking them, hey, did you drink your water? Did you do this? And most of them, whenever they say no while they're drinking it, while they're eating that food, that's when they usually open up. Like, well,
that's when it comes out. Yeah,
this, old Randy here was being a freaking Randy and wouldn't let me use his pencil, whatever it might be. I don't freaking know what kids are doing nowadays. Maybe he wouldn't let me hit his bait.
You don't want to know.
Who knows? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely like
some kids are very
everybody
scary,
has a different way of being brought up. I mean, not everybody was
well, that's what I
up
try to tell my kids.
way.
Yeah, I mean,
we all were. Some people have it worse. Some people have it better. I mean, I mean, speaking for me, Brian, and Omar, we were like a happy medium towards the top end of it, to where like we had what we needed, and then if we had more, then we got what we wanted.
Right.
But like, not everybody is that go lucky with it.
Well, that's what I tell my 8-year-old. She's understanding of that, because I'm like, just be nice to the bad kid. They might not go home to live,
Yep, exactly what I say too. That's what I tell my boys too. Because you never know. They'll come by and say like, "Oh, that kid's annoying." Blah blah. I was like, "Hey man, they can be annoying, but just be nice, dude.
Yep.
They might be going through stuff. Like, just
that's what I tell them.
Don't go follow everybody else.
Some kids don't go home to love, and they go home to some kids go home to some bad things.
Absolutely.
Which is horrible, but here we are.
That's why we need cool people like Laurie over there. Putting some slapping band-aids on knees and stuff.
Now, like, would people classify you as like the cool school nurse, or like you the mean one?
Ooh.
Or what?
Are you the cool one or are you the mean one?
Okay, here you go. Well, I mean, I told them to get out of my office the other day, and they said, you're mean. And I said, not mean enough, because y'all keep coming back.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what that means. Because, you know me, I've always got something to say.
There you go.
I was like, not mean enough, you keep coming back. And they came back the next day. Get out of my office.
Mm-hmm.
One girl, she's like, I don't have a sore throat. I just wanted to come in here. I said, get out.
Get out. So you're the mean one. It's okay.
It's not social hour.
Just say it.
But not mean enough.
You have it in you.
Got to be meaner.
Shout out to mean nurses.
If any of Laurie's patients or students, whatever, are watching this, just say you're gonna call fucking Omar, Brian, AJ, or Willie, and she'll get straight away. She know what's up.
I don't think that's how Laurie rolls.
That's not how that works. Don't do that. I was just joking.
We'll break it down to the old days. We'll bring out the paddle.
Yeah, so I'll roll down to wherever she's at, and I ain't got nothing to lose. I'll beat the. Never mind.
So
AJ ain't got nothing to lose.
These days,
watch out, you ain't met AJ. Watch out now.
Yeah, same. So these days, a lot of these kids, they're on medication and stuff more, or I guess earlier in age, because I was talking about this before, where I had a little training session with the Children's Hospital, and they were talking about all these situations where kids, even having chronic illnesses at an earlier age, even arthritis and all this stuff, and things can stem from like we always talk about physical activity. But when it comes to that point, in medication, what do you do in that regards? Do you just like kind of have it in a storage thing, or do you recommend them to have a certain amount, or how does that work out?
If they're on like a routine daily medication, they have to take it at school. Like we have it locked up in a cabinet. Like they come in and take it, and we give it to them. Like their parents have to bring it in, sign a paper though. Oh, speaking of that, their parents have to bring it in, sign a paper and everything. But like also, these parents just send drugs in with their kids.
Yeah.
In their backpack.
Yeah.
like this kid walked in with ADHD medicine. They were like, "Oh yeah, they told me and told my
Got
mom
the
at parent-teacher
plug,
conferences.
Adderall,
You can
that
just give it
Got the
to him.
plug.
You can just give it.
$5 a pop. Who wants one, motherfucker?
See, because that's what I was about to go into. Like,
Why
then
do
they
you
get
carry this around in
carried
your
away
backpack?
with it. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
there's
said,
kids-
number one, give me that bottle. Number two, no. Like he's like, can I
Yeah.
take one? I said, no. Your parents have to sign a paper. What the fuck?
Yeah. Exactly.
You're
What?
just gonna get a controlled substance. You're gonna send your kid to
Yeah.
school with it. Yeah. Here we go.
Exactly. I was about to say it's still a
Yep.
controlled substance. You can't just
It is, yes.
bring it into school and stuff.
Mhm.
But when it comes to like Tylenol and stuff, is that something that they have to like bring into the office and be like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
having a headache. Can
Yeah,
I
their
just have
parents
these
have to
throughout the
bring
day?
in. Their parents have to bring in. Yeah, it for them. And if they, they have to just bring in like a bottle or whatever, sign the paper. But like if they want to come in and have it, yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah.
Their parents have
Okay.
to bring it.
Yeah. So
Like,
you
we don't
can't.
have it on hand.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Is it something that you guys have on hand, like over the counter stuff?
No, I mean we have Tums. Well, I think that's the only over the counter thing we have is fucking Tums.
What kids have freaking acid reflux?
Right. Right.
What the heck?
I'm telling you, these kids are fucking weenies. Oh, my stomach hurts. Did you just eat lunch? Yeah, well, let it digest. My God. Like,
Wow, that's insane. I still don't really have much
Mm.
heartburn issues, so
Must
I
be
don't know.
nice. Must be nice.
look at you being a
I'm allergic to
healthy human.
glucose.
Yeah, right, Brian.
Got a bad tummy. Please.
Oh, fucking jerk this. No,
See,
I'm
now
sorry.
you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I see that that's a common thing, but I didn't think that was something that happens for kids at that age where
Amy,
you'd have to have it in hand. Is
have
it
to
just
have
for
Tums. I
staff
think
or
we
is
just
it?
order it. Huh?
Time out. Time out. Time
Go
out.
ahead, go ahead.
Again,
What you
we're
got?
gonna go back to the world, or I guess the country we're living in, and the food that we are eating.
Oh,
The younger
I can see that.
generation is eating this, so of course they're gonna have these issues that we are all having now. As we get older, they're getting it younger because they're ingesting it younger. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So of
No,
course
and
we
it's-
didn't deal with this when we were younger because again the stuff and same like our parents is like, well, we didn't do it. Yeah, because you're not eating what we ate now or we're eating now. And same with the kids these days. Yeah, exactly. So it's just that's what I think. That's just my belief.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What's your opinion? What do you think is the most common denominators as to why this generation or the upcoming generations are so different than ours? Not just
like
different,
why they're obese and behavior issues and everything
yeah,
else.
all those common issues. What do you think the common?
I think it
denominators
links
are?
back to food because like at my daughter's school they get free breakfast, but if they don't like what's for breakfast, their options are a Pop-Tart, a honey bun, like just shit.
I used to fuck with the honey bun though, so I would have been
I
kind
know,
of
but
happy.
like I mean,
If I was a kid, I would no, but I get what you're
you
saying.
eat a
There.
honey bun every day, right?
Yeah, no, well,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
You can't be doing that. Yeah.
I mean, the Michelle Obama food was gross. Nobody ate that, but like the stuff they have now is not great either. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not good for them.
My next
And-
question is.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, Omar. Earlier you said, Omar said earlier, you catch a kid that's not actually prescribed something. You said you have to have a letter from the parents saying they can have that.
Yeah, they have
Right.
to come in and sign that stuff in. Yes.
So say metaphorically, you have a little bit different situation where a kid is not prescribed something, but they're bringing it in anyways. Or you have a kid that's not actually supposed to be prescribed that, but they are. What kind of measures do you guys take, or do you at all? I'm just curious.
Oh well,
What
I
do you
have to notify my boss, and then I mean we have to like, I mean some parents suck.
Yeah.
This is part of my problem.
Yeah.
And then I mean it depends on what's going on. Some administrators take it seriously, and some don't. Like
You know what I forgot?
Yep.
like we had
That's
a
the
girl
thing.
that we had a girl that like I mean she was like. She was a self-harm girl. And the administrators weren't concerned that her friend gave her a bottle of Tylenol. They were more concerned about everybody vaping in the bathroom. Like, well, you're not going to kill yourself with a vape in the bathroom. You came with a bottle of Tylenol.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that it's that deep some days.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
yeah.
that
So,
goes
yeah,
back
these
to
kids
like
come in with that. Yeah, no, it's like, why would you send your kid to school with that? Like,
still
back to the other
you
question.
still have to uphold those standards no matter what the
Yes.
situation is, because then again, you start being lenient here. In
Yep.
the long run, it's just gonna bite you in the ass as a grown adult. Like, and be like,
Mhm.
oh, I got away with this back then. Like, why not? And then it's just gonna be
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I try to tell all the kids, you know, or students, that you have to understand that the stuff you're doing right now is just building habits or making habits of what you're
Yeah.
going to do in the future. So
Yeah.
if you start doing this now, you're going to continue doing that later on. Because a lot of people are like, well, my brother came here and he quit and he just got fired or just quit his other job. I said, okay, so you want to quit just like your brother did. And then
Yeah.
what did your brother just do? He just quit. And so you want to quit your job? See, these are all habits that we're building, you know, as we're getting older. So if you
Exactly.
just
Like,
stick this
break the
out,
fucking cycle, man.
absolutely, and that's what I tell them. I said, break that cycle, okay? Finish this, then finish that, and then just make that habit of finishing what you started.
oh yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
if that's what you want to do, just finish. Just if you start it, just finish it. That's all I'm asking. Okay, if you don't want to do that, that's cool. Just finish what you started, though.
What's so interesting
Exactly.
to me is like even between like there's still like a decent gap between our generation and Omar and yours. There's still like if we had to separate all of us from the
He
younger
calls
generation,
old.
He did.
there's
He did.
I feel like you did.
I
Low
didn't
key.
say that.
Nah.
I didn't
Low
say
key.
that. We'll cut that out. We'll cut that out. No, but
It's cool.
what's
Keep it in.
interesting
It's fine.
is there's so much like when in time did it happen where the younger generation needed so much reasoning and dissecting of like just logic, you know what I mean? Like just get without going too much into detail of an example, just get it done. These younger generation, they need to know why, you know what I mean? Like
Common
there's
sense.
not
Like,
always
you
a
know, every
why.
fucking
Like you just
day.
have to do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like, and I don't get it because I'm like, we weren't raised like that, so why are you raising your kids like that? Like,
Mhm.
you do it because I told you to. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to know where that
You know,
shift.
I think I know.
Does that make sense?
I might have an idea. Is that there's so many things convenient now, whether it's tablets, TV, you know, or even the foods. Like it's becoming convenient where we can just, you know,
Yeah.
deliver something. All the
Yeah.
foods that are in there, all the additives, the toxic chemicals in them, and stuff like that. That kind of damages our nervous system. But also, you know, when we get the tablets and the TV to babysit our kids,
For sure. Yeah.
and we're just like we're not as attentive to them, so they think that okay, we can just get away with everything.
Yeah, because the
I'm
solution
cool
to
here.
get right.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, there's a time and
sometimes-
place with everything, though.
Sometimes I don't mind, you know, the question why. Like, why are we doing? I don't mind it sometimes. But if you're trying to divert or trying to, you know, procrastinate doing something for that, then absolutely not. But if you are generally like, hey, why are we doing this? I get that. You know, sometimes some kids do, and just like before, you know, like I said, why are we doing this? Just do it. Sometimes that's not the option, you know. Sometimes, you know, we want to know why are we doing this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes it is okay to break it down for them, but I understand there is a lot of kids out there who just like, oh, why are we doing this? You know, like, you know why we're doing this.
You get out of my nurse's office and you're fine, and you ask me why are you telling me
Exactly,
okay.
absolutely.
That's not okay.
No, yeah, absolutely. Because that is, I feel like a newer generation thing is being able. I would say being able to ask that question why. You know, but then Omar also, like I said, it is very convenient for people to Google everything and to freaking we have instant access to everything. You know, unlike before where we did not have that instant access to everything, you know, where we would actually literally have to get a dictionary and be like, how do we spell this or what does this word mean? You know what I'm saying? So, but now you just literally just Google it and like, it fits in there, put it in. But no, like I said, to some degree, it's okay to ask that. But if you know this kid is just procrastinating and just in your office for no reason, you're like, why do I get to get out?
Yeah.
But you know why you got to get out.
Don't ask me why. Don't tell me
Absolutely, yeah. So there is that balance that we always have to find with these students.
And that's something I've had to learn, and I have to adjust to the age group I'm at too. You know, because 3-year-olds, well, I mean, you gotta tell me act like you're probably upset and you want your mom, like.
No, absolutely.
18-year-olds, get out, like.
Yeah, that's valid. How do you I guess manage that where you have a kid? Because I coach kids in different
Yeah.
age groups from like kindergarten and second grade, and there's even a wide gap in between of like their maturity levels, and I'm like, what the heck?
Absolutely. I've learned a
Dude,
lot.
how the heck do you manage that?
There you go.
That's the thing. You have to adjust to who you're talking to, because some kids just need a hug, and like high schooler, sometimes they really need to talk to too. And
Yeah.
because at the high school, I've noticed like maybe 30% of it's just like counseling, and they need somebody to talk to. Which, I mean, me, I'm not trained
Yeah.
for that. But if you need to just get it out, here we go. You know.
No, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, not even just kids, but like people in general, because like
Yeah.
even in the military and everything, I'm sure Adam and Omar probably attest to, like, people just wanted somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, you're overseas throughout the holidays, especially like this time of year, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It sucks, right? And somebody, they just want somebody to hang out with, want somebody to talk to.
Right.
It don't have to be anything bad, don't have to be anything fucking crazy good or whatever. They just want to hang out with somebody.
Absolutely.
Well,
So,
and that's why I'm like, if you need somebody to sit there and talk to, like, I can be that person. Like, I will listen to you, but like, if you're there to skip class, get the hell out.
Yeah, if you're just being a little fucking asshole, then fuck you. Go back to class.
Right.
You know?
But like, yeah, if you
learn stuff.
need somebody to talk to, I can. I will listen to you all day. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, like not everybody grew up in like we have all been saying, actually, not just me, but like we have all been saying, not everybody goes back to a home where they are loved, where they
That's
appreciate
why I tell my
everything.
children. Yep.
So they just want somebody to talk to. They just want to hang out. They don't want nothing crazy. They don't want like to skip class or nothing like that.
They just need to, yeah, and I've dealt with that too, and I'm okay with that.
That's also like a crazy fine line, because like even when I was refereeing Little League Wrestling,
which he sucked.
You refereed Little League Wrestling?
Yeah, he sucked.
But like finding that fine line between a kid is crying wolf and between a kid is actually hurt.
Right.
And like it's the same situation, but one kid is actually like really hurt, and you're like, all right, like whatever, like fucking potentially dangerous, go back to center. And then one kid is just like crying wolf, and he's just trying to get out of a bad situation because that's what he's taught. Because you know, whatever. So it's just having to realize, see through the bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's my everyday. You gotta try to determine what's bullshit and what's not.
Yeah, and like a lot of folks, kind of like AJ, and I don't know Adam too well, but I know Omar. He's finally kind of. But a lot of folks don't like to go see a counselor, you know, and
fuck you.
Counselor kind of.
I don't need a counselor.
And again, whether AJ agrees with it or not, this here we're talking, and mainly
it is okay to talk to your friend. Hey.
Yeah. So this here just for venting and letting it out. And some people would rather come see, like I said, the nurse, or come see me, and just again, it's just talking, and that's all the counselor does is just somewhere you can vent and let that stuff out, you know, because
let's say check on your friends.
Absolutely,
That's all. I mean, check on your friends.
Just check on your friends, man. Like, and
check
I usually try to do it.
If you need help, get help. If you need somebody to talk to, or somebody to talk to, listen.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Like with that. Yeah.
That's how it was.
Hold on, AJ. Before, so if anybody needs anybody to talk to, okay, we're gonna put Adam Baker's phone number down in the description. So if you guys need anybody to talk to at any time, just call that number or text that number at any time. He'll be there to answer phone calls or text messages.
There you go.
Anytime.
In all seriousness, though, to rewind a little bit, this is kind of a little bit aside from your topic. AJ mentioned something in the military, and I just felt like it was important. But he said earlier, I want to fast forward a little bit. Sometimes guys or girls that are in the military, we get used to this environment, and whether it's your kids or your partner, we get used to going into that environment and coming back. Like I said, this is kind of a little bit aside from the topic, but we get used to coming back, and we have this mentality of somebody's trying to talk to us. They come to us with a problem, and immediately we go into what's the solution, this, that, and the third.
Oh yeah.
Moving forward, right? It's not so much about feelings, and we've got to take that. We've got to take that step back. We've got to learn how to flip that off switch, going into that. I wouldn't even really call it a civilian aspect. I feel like that's kind of degrading, you know what I mean, in a sense. But just a human aspect of being able to flip that switch off and realizing that some people don't need that certain solution. Yeah, good word. Solution. Sometimes they just need somebody to talk to. So I wanted to double up on what he said.
Yeah, just listen. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's all it takes.
People do want to ramble sometimes.
And I feel like I took me a long time to realize that too, because I'm always like, okay, well, how can I fix this? Okay, boom, here you go. Here's that. And they're like, well, this is okay. Well, here's this. And they're like, well, no, this. Okay, so time out. What's going on here? And then they just go on and vent and let it out. So that is a really good thing. Like a lot of folks don't know that. Like people are not necessarily looking for a solution. They're just want to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Just to talk to somebody and just to listen or just to be a shoulder to lean on.
Yeah.
But again,
AJ, he's been working out and been eating a lot, so he's got some really comfortable shoulders, which are soft.
Oh.
No, but yeah, I mean, speaking again from like the military type background, like being overseas and them saying like, hey, if someone needs somewhere to go, fucking let them come over, whatever.
Right.
But then even coming to reserves, and they said it this past drill weekend, like, hey, check on your squad mates, whatever. I'm like, why the fuck do I need to check on my squad mates? Like, we're all home. Like, we're good. But then it took me like a couple days to realize, like, oh, not everybody has the same home life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So no matter where you're at, what you do, or like whatever, just check on a friend. Do what you gotta do. It's the holiday season. It's not happy-go-lucky for everybody. So just, you know, no matter if you're fucking 8 years old to fucking 38 years old or 48 years old or whatever, just check on somebody. Make sure they're doing okay. Just be nice to one another. Because that's where a lot of the division...
Especially through the holiday season. Don't be a Karen at the store. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. If I say Merry Christmas, don't fucking correct me and say it's Happy Holidays. Because I will break your fucking neck.
Please do. Please bring their necks. Because,
No, but yeah, just be nice.
On a lighter note, so...
It costs $0 to be nice.
That's true. That's very true.
It costs $0 to get out and get active too.
Get active.
Preach it and drink water.
$35.
Laurie, so what?
Nah.
What would you say?
Sorry.
I mean, you've been doing this job for a while now. What would you say is your favorite part of doing your job?
Oh gosh.
Decent question. Decent.
Oh God, I didn't think about that one. I guess I should have because that's a legit question. I don't know, just seeing the kids smiling and just happy, like seeing the kids, and like
absolutely.
You know, they come with a scraped arm, they're all crying, and you give them a peppermint Band-Aid, and they're happy. Like, hey, that's a win.
Absolutely.
It's better than because some days you don't have good days. But you know,
you
don't have good days.
Like, you genuinely feel like it gives you a sense of purpose every day.
Yeah.
Not every day. Not every day is perfect.
Because like some of the kids that just need somebody to talk to or need a hug, like that just makes you feel like you're doing something right.
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So for somebody that is getting into nursing, without getting like too specific, is it about the same pay rate or is it more or less from working at a hospital?
It's actually about the same. I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised, honestly.
Yeah, no, that is. I would expect it to be less.
I was surprised. I did too. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, well,
getting personal. What's your social security card?
Yeah, and do you have a debit card? Sorry. What's Willie's actually? What's Willie's?
You might want to hit plus all the same shit, but still. Hey.
Do you think, like, we're not asking how much you make, but like every day that you go to work, does it go through your mind how much you're making, or do you actually like think about what the job is that you're doing each day?
Some days you think I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Every day.
If that's what you're wondering. And other days it's like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. Like it's just, it depends on the day.
Healthcare seems to have like a stigma between it makes really good money, but at the same time, not enough for what it does. You work crazy hours.
I mean, yeah, because some days it's like I do a lot. Like I'm managing these diabetics insulin all day, like for little kids, and that's stressful. Like it stresses me out because I'm like, yeah, that's stressful. And like I don't get paid enough for this, but then other days it depends on what you do. Yeah.
Going back to your favorite or like one of your best things about being a school nurse, what would be I guess one of your biggest highlights?
My biggest highlights. Oh my god!
And that's not just school nurse, but throughout your nursing
I guess
career.
one of my biggest highlights. I mean, I had a kid. I mean, I guess when a kid, I guess I'm not a big hugger, but like this, when the kids hug you after they've been in your office, like that just really, I'm like, okay, I did something right today.
Absolutely.
Like, and I'm not.
There you go.
Like, it kind of caught me off guard the first kid that did it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh,
get off me a little bit.
Oh, you're hugging me. Here we are.
Yeah.
Like, hang on, Ricky.
Right. I was like, oh god. But, I was like, okay, that's gotta be my highlight. I'm like, I did something right. I made this kid feeling good, and I did the right thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a big thing because they know, like, hey, I got Mrs. Williams right here helping me out.
God.
If I slip up.
Let's go, Mrs. Williams.
Or they're like, oh god damn it, Mrs. Williams was in the office.
Yeah, she's here today.
Yeah.
What about
Damn
any
it.
young aspiring nurses that are young and finding themselves intrigued and inspired to become what you are today? Whether it's, let's just say, a nurse in general, whether it's a school nurse or what piece of advice do you have for them?
Boom, good one.
What piece of advice do I have?
As many as you want. Not just one, but as many as you want.
I mean, like, don't give up. I mean, nursing school's rough.
Yeah.
It's worth it, find what you like. Because, I mean, there's so many different avenues to do with it. Like, find what you like. If you don't like something, there's always something else. Like,
yes.
Absolutely. And
know?
if I can, I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off, Laurie. But
cut me off. It's fine.
this guy here just said that nursing school was not that hard. But my guy, well,
AJ,
my guy
AJ tried it.
could not even go through a VOTEC.
He couldn't do it.
Freaking
I remember that.
CNA I don't even know what.
I was going through VOTEC, regular school, wrestling, and working. So
Working what?
No,
he wasn't.
I watched him put a tourniquet on my leg once. I
got fired. I got fired from Ovis because I was late because of VOTEC.
Oh,
no, this guy pissed me off. Okay, sorry, we're gonna go back.
Do it.
Here.
No, we're diving into the nitty gritty.
But this goes back to, if we're gonna start something, let's just finish it, please. Okay.
Do it.
So this is something that, like I said, I try to encourage people to do.
Sponsored by Coors Light.
Because again, if you start
Not
something,
sponsored by
finish
Coors Light.
it, please.
Okay.
Because it's only gonna benefit yourself at the end of the day. If you start something and you finish it, I'm telling you, it's only gonna benefit you.
Well, that's the problem with some of these kids. Their parents don't make them finish shit.
Absolutely, and I agree with that 1,000%. But again, it's got nothing to do with the parents. It's got something to do with the kid and yourself. Don't
give up. Do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was a lot going on.
And again,
when I was going to VOTEC, there was a lot
here we go.
Like, here comes the excuses.
Being 16, 17 years old, there was a lot going on
and I agree.
My puny brain.
No, I'm not.
And even then, my dad would not. He was very, very, very against me quitting VOTEC.
Me too. Who was telling you don't fucking do it? Finish, dude. Just finish.
But there was just like,
give up.
Like I said, there was a lot. That was when I started to get semi-decent at wrestling. So I was like, I wanted to do something with it.
Semi-decent.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
no. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay if we do. Sometimes we're gonna have errors. We're gonna have trials and tribulations. But it's all about getting back up. And again, just keep moving forward and keep moving forward. Like AJ, he went to the military. He didn't quit that. So shout out to AJ for finishing that.
Yeah.
There's been numerous things that AJ did start and did not quit. So I mean, again, let's take that as a learning step and moving forward and being better.
Yeah, dude.
Okay? And not
exactly.
Like I said, I'm not trying to harp on anybody because there's been numerous things that I've started and not finished. So I'm not gonna say like, oh, I've always exactly. So I'm trying not to be that guy, but just learn from my mistakes is what I'm trying to tell. Was trying to tell AJ. Okay, I've been there, I've done that. So let me clear the path for you, and you know, have a smoother sailing.
Yeah, but hey, some people like learning the hard way, man.
No,
Some people want to
absolutely.
go through that, so it is what it is. But at least they know what's up.
Fucking
At least they know what's up.
get out of here with the gun show.
Yep.
So back to my
What are you gonna
question.
say?
No, I'm feeling very fucking.
Oh yeah, time out. No,
I'm feeling very fucking attacked right now. I just want to throw that out there. Okay.
quitter.
We'll cut this out.
This is getting very one-sided.
No, it's
So
not.
anyways,
No.
so
You brought
going
it
off
up.
to
You
the
said you was coming at the nurses, bro, and I can't have that. All right, I can't have that.
I'm just not good at math. That was
So-
my one downfall.
so Lori,
Cut
Figure
that
what
it
out.
is some advice that you would give to parents that I guess to
fucking
help you in the long
Nah.
run, whether it's hey, make sure your kids get a better breakfast, get water, or whatever it is.
make
What's
sure
one of
they're
the big
getting their
things?
breakfast, hydrate them. Please don't send them to school if they're sick. Please do not give them Tylenol if they have a fever, and do not send them to school. Because
There we go.
by lunchtime, guess what? We got a fever again.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, please don't. Just
Mm.
don't.
You
Just
got a
don't
fever,
do it.
you're obviously contagious.
Yep.
And then guess
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You're spreading it to everyone else.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if they're
That's
feeling
my
sick,
favorite.
just better stay home. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I've
Don't
been
send your
trying to
kids
do.
to school for sick. It's not that hard. Don't give
Yeah.
them some fucking Tylenol or Motrin, and then send them to school, and then by lunchtime they have a fever again. No shit.
Yep. It's
You
just a
gotta
little
come get 'em.
band-aid. Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That's
Lori,
my advice.
like, once school is done and over with, and you got the minions back home, like, what do y'all like to do to wind down after the day?
Yeah. Kind of like that
Oh.
transition period.
Oh, with Willie Williams' little kids.
Papa Top.
The
No,
water.
like a 2-year-old and an 8-year-old.
The 2-year-old does not wind down. Let me put.
Yeah,
Let me.
no, absolutely
Hey,
not.
hey, you back off. All right, you be nice.
There's no
We
Yeah,
got,
you be
her
nice.
name's Wiley, so she's Wild Wiley because she's fucking nuts.
Yeah, you be nice now.
Speak on.
Hey, you
That's our
come
niece.
get her. Come get.
That's
come
our
get your
niece.
niece. How about that? Come get her.
Hey,
Come get her.
bring her on
She-
down.
She's not a good time. She's a good time, but she's not a good time when it's time to go to bed. No, my kids get, Lily gets home from school. We go out feed calves. We get cows up, because we got a dairy farm over here.
Yeah.
We come back in. Everybody takes a shower and a bath. We eat supper, and then that's about it. Do chores,
Yeah.
basically.
Have
So
any of them played any sports yet, or
Oh, she just had her first basketball practice yesterday.
Oh, good.
so-
Good.
Oh,
She
nice.
does
Really did?
basketball because we did the rodeo thing this summer, so
Yeah.
Her barrel racing adventure. That was a good time.
look? I tell you what, I
Well,
seen.
Mary-
I went down to the Guthrie Fairgrounds a couple months ago. I mean, like last month, 2 months ago.
Yeah,
And there was some little girl. I mean, she couldn't have been 5 years old
yeah.
on a full-grown thoroughbred horse. I mean, I'm being so serious.
No,
Little bitty
believe
legs,
it.
just
I believe it.
little bitty
Well, it's
bitty
called those
girl on
fire-breathing
this big
dragons.
ass fucking horse.
She was
And
probably
that
fast.
horse took off throughout the gates, and I mean, you could tell in that girl's eyes she was scared shitless, but I mean, she was hanging on, and she had
Strapped
every
her ass
fucking
on,
ounce of
didn't they?
power. Oh god, it was the funniest fucking thing because them little legs on that big ass horse.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, I can see
Barely
that.
on there, yes.
It was so funny to see that. But I
Yeah.
mean, she was doing really good, and she ended up doing really good. I don't remember what place she got. I don't remember her name or anything like that. But like, yeah, she
Right.
did really good. It was just super funny to see it, all that stuff.
Hey, if you need somebody to break your horses, you know who to call.
Omar
Okay.
Torres,
Not.
he broke
Oh,
Grumpy
no,
Gump.
No, don't call that son of a bitch over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Hey, Omar, you still got the hoof print on your back?
Oh yeah.
See what you
Yes,
get
there.
over there? I don't get that.
Got a scar.
Okay. Who got the winning horse for the barrel races? Right here.
Nope.
Hey,
Nope.
so Laurie-
So Lori, before we wrap up here,
Mm-hmm.
since it's Thanksgiving tomorrow,
Happy Turkey Day.
you guys got
bitches.
your stuff prepped for tomorrow and stuff, or what?
No, I still have to do that, but
Oh,
because
there it
Teresa
is.
and Chris are coming tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Give Teresa a hug for me. That's
Go
all.
see
Yes.
Uncle
Me
Chris.
too.
No, don't give him.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck you, dude.
No.
But I got some questions.
What's up?
So what is your
It's
favorite
all over.
Thanksgiving memory?
My favorite Thanksgiving memory. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, my family always gets together. at my aunt's house. I mean, my family's kind of big too. We usually go to Oklahoma for Thanksgiving too.
Well, come on
Okay.
down.
We're not going this year because we were
Not
just
this
in
year.
Oklahoma.
Come on, man, wait.
But just everybody getting together, having a good time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Taking
Exactly.
food that I have to still prep. Haven't done yet, but here we. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Down the plains.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
The potato casserole. That's where it's at. for
Potato
every
casserole. Is
holiday.
it the sweet potato one?
No, that's your bestie's favorite.
Shout
I
out
didn't say
Willie.
that.
My
With some
favorite is
pecans
like
on it?
that legit hash brown casserole. Like
Is Willie coming down for Thanksgiving?
no, because he was just not that long ago because we went and saw Laney Wilson. So
Oh,
yeah.
see, I was gonna
Of
tell you
course,
guys y'all should have
Pete
went up
would.
there.
Her birthday. What?
Wow.
Yeah. So Christmas break's not that far off. So
Yeah. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dessert?
I'm not a big dessert eater, but pecan pie bars.
Oh, no.
Pecan
Yes.
pie.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Wait, you said
All right,
pecan
hey,
pie bars?
Thanks
Bars,
everybody for tuning
bars.
in to
Ask
this
Will about
week's
those.
episode of Cheers to Health. But thank you, Laurie, for coming in. Thank you, Adam
Hang
Baker,
on, dude.
for coming in.
We weren't even done. I got one more
Yeah,
question.
the pecan pie really
The
did it for me.
pecan pie,
That
it,
wasn't scripted.
it set my guys off, and they're. I'm a big fan of pecan pie.
I'm
so
a
I don't know what
pecan
they're
pie.
cooking on.
Pumpkin pie was
I'm a
Pecan pie
pecan
I
bar.
love
pie guy.
pecan pie. I'm a big
Bars.
pecan. If I could get a gluten-free pecan pie,
the
boy,
bars?
I'll tell you what.
I'm sure it exists.
Oh yeah. The last question is, what are you most thankful for?
Oh well, of course, Will's and his kids. I mean,
Oh,
of course.
Rain. Next. Pick a different answer. Pick a different answer.
yeah.
And my dogs.
No, there it is.
Yeah.
My
Better.
dogs.
That's
My
better.
dogs.
like that.
My
There you go.
dogs.
My dog.
Hang
Kids,
on.
my
On
dogs.
the same subject, AJ, what are you most thankful for?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm thankful to be here this Thanksgiving because
There you go.
I've missed a couple and I won't be here for the next one. So I'm just thankful
Oh,
that
that's
I'm gonna
right.
be here with the fam for this
Yep.
one.
Preach it.
There you go.
And Mr. Adam Baker, what are you
Adam.
thankful for this Thanksgiving, sir?
I'm thankful for a lot, man. I'm thankful for my friends
Speak
and
up.
my family.
Boom,
Me and AJ, we go back for a long time, but there's been a period where we've been a little distant just because of life circumstances. We've got back together. We're doing our thing, so I'm grateful for that.
Us too. Yeah, we got back
Brian
together.
as well. I'm thankful to be here on this podcast. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh yeah.
I can go on all day. It's not about me.
Oh, there we go.
So,
So much to be thankful for.
There's
That's
a lot
one
to
thing
be
too.
My
That
dog Vernon, my old
yeah,
lady,
that's there we go. Look at that.
my
He's
unborn
even
baby
shouting out.
coming up soon.
There you
Talk to him.
Brian, what do you
Go
think?
ahead.
If I may, I'm thankful for a lot of things. Of course, I'm thankful for my family. Number one, okay. Shout out and shout out God, But
Shout
I'm
out.
thankful for this podcast. I really
Oh,
do
yeah.
appreciate this podcast, giving people the opportunity to speak. Like I said, I really do feel like it's a great thing for my little guy here, AJ Tomlinson, to be able
Fuck
to just
you.
vocalize his thoughts. Whether if it's a fuck you,
needs it.
that's okay.
Yep.
I love it, and for myself too, to be able to vocalize it, and for Laurie, for any
we go.
people who come on here to be able to tell their story, man, I love that so much, and for Omar too, I'm thankful for my nephews and for my nieces and all that good stuff. So I'm
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thankful for a lot of things, I'm thankful to be alive. So shout out,
Yeah.
Omar. And Adam.
That's
Sorry,
what-
Adam
No cat,
Baker.
no kizzy, cuz.
Oh yeah.
Omar, what are you
That's one
thankful for?
thing that's very important too. For everybody, but specifically starting at a young age is to show gratitude
Mhm.
because that's where people don't appreciate.
Time out.
And going back to what?
Are you reading something?
No, I'm not reading anything.
Dude, you better not be fucking reading something right now, dude.
No,
Is this a script?
it's not a
What you
script.
keep looking
It's
at
coming straight from the heart, dude. Coming straight from the heart.
You better not be reading the script, man.
This is
Okay.
unscripted,
All right.
unedited.
Let's run it again. Try it again. Go ahead.
I
What do you
can't. I don't
think,
even. I
401?
forgot what I said. No, but it's important to say. Be grateful. Okay. It's important
Yes.
to practice gratitude. Okay. I know we talk about what we appreciate and stuff like that, But that's one of the big things that we need to implement more, especially at that younger generation, because
Mhm.
there's people before us that had it way harder. So let's appreciate where we're at now. And hey, I'm thankful for all y'all. Okay, I'm thankful for my family too. And that's
It's hard, man, to create these good times.
this is my Thanksgiving right here. I got Kelsey and the boys tomorrow, and we're gonna have some turkey and stuff. I'm gonna smoke up a turkey. I already got it prepped and everything.
Yup.
God damn it.
Shout out Willie. Willie.
Willie!
Yeah, him and his
I like
fucking
you,
smoke.
and,
Willie Williams cut some smokers and shit.
Oh yeah.
we can do whatever the fuck we want, bud.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Oh.
So I'm thankful for having these fucking massive
Oh,
sons of
yeah.
bitches on my arms here.
Stop
Oh,
it.
shout out, cheers
To wrap it up, hey, follow us on the TikTok at Cheers to Health. Is it 5? Cheers to Health 5?
No, cheers to health. I believe it's 5. Just cheers to health, and
Sponsored by Newport.
it's got the numbers behind it. But if you just look up cheers to health, it'll be the first one. It's got our logo on there, so you can find it. And the Instagram, the Facebook. We appreciate all the love and the support. Again, hey, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and always.
Black Friday is right up.
Check out Black Friday. El Toro Fit put on a sale. So go check him out. He's doing really good work. He will get back to you and do everything.
Oh yeah.
Cheers to health.
So everybody, cheers to health.
Cheers to
Thank you very much, Laurie, for
Laurie,
coming on
we
and
love you.
telling us all the stuff. We love you. We love the fam. She said, F you guys. I'm out of here.